began to lose hope, until one night, something unexpected happened. It was a stormy night when the guards' attention faltered. A loud crash echoed from the far side of the facility. As the guards rushed to investigate, Hana noticed something strange. Her cell door, which had been securely locked, was now slightly ajar. Hana knew this was her chance. She didn't hesitate. She stood up, her legs still weak, but her will was strong. Quietly, she stepped out of her cell and crept down the corridor. The dim lights flickered above her, and she moved like a shadow, avoiding the guards as she made her way toward the exit. But just as she reached the final door, it swung open, and there stood Kim Jun-seo, his face twisted in anger. "I knew you'd try to escape," he sneered. "But it's too late." Hana looked at him, her heart pounding. But then something incredible happened. The storm outside intensified, and a bright light illuminated the entire room. Hana could feel it, God's presence filling the space. Suddenly, the walls began to shake, and the building seemed to groan with power. The ground cracked open beneath them, and chaos erupted as the structure began to collapse. Jun-seo panicked, his smug demeanor faltering as he tried to escape, but Hana stood still, unshaken. A force of wind and light swirled around her, and with a burst of divine power, she broke free. The facility crumbled into ruins, and in that moment, Hana found herself outside, standing on solid ground under the clear, stormy sky. When Hana returned to her congregation, she was not the broken woman who had been taken weeks ago. She was now a woman with a mission, a burning fire in her heart. Word of her miraculous escape spread like wildfire across Seoul. The underground group's reign of terror had been broken, and their stronghold destroyed. But even more incredible was what happened next. Hana began to preach with a renewed vigor. Crowds gathered from all walks of life, drawn not just by her beauty, but by the truth in her words. Her story of survival, of standing firm in the face of persecution, resonated deeply with many. People began to see the power of faith, the power of Jesus Christ, and they began to surrender their hearts. Kim Jun-seo, humiliated and defeated, was exposed to the world for his crimes. His underground network disbanded, and many of his followers were convicted of their actions. Hana's ministry flourished. People who had once feared the truth